The in-season tournament schedule was released.
Ugh.
Now, I don't really care about the schedule. We don't have to talk about that, whatever. I just want to ask you this question, right? Or first, I want to make a statement, and then I'll go. The in-season tournament. Who gives a flying fuck? Who cares? The prize is $500,000 per player and per coach, I believe. These guys are making what is that? What is that? That's a lot to us. What is that to them? That's an incentive for a LeBron James to play a game that maybe he was going to take off $500K. What? I make $51 million per year, and that's just in my contract with the NBA. That's not counting sponsorships. They're trying to get people to care, and you can ask any person with actual, knowledge, and Justin's going to tell you himself as well too, because I know where he's going with this too. He's a smart guy when it comes to this as well. Anybody with actual knowledge about this is like, people are going to try and push the narrative that this actually does, change. It makes people want to care more. No, it doesn't. They're just adding the smoke and mirrors around it, and you're being worked. A pro wrestling term. You're being worked into a shoot, brother. Don't do it. Don't work yourself into a shoot. You're doing that. They're putting the smoke and mirrors around it, just like the play-in tournament, and now people actually believe the play-in tournament was a good thing, even though we're giving teams that were the 9th and 10th seed that had 82 fucking games to get a better record than the 8th and 7th seed. Now they get a shot in a single game elimination, which the NBA has never been about. It's a 7-game series, but now it's a single game elimination to get into the playoffs for certain teams, or 2 games elimination, whatever the fuck you want to call it. That makes no sense to me. So I couldn't care less about the in-season tournament. It doesn't give me any motivation to watch those games more. Especially it's because the NBA doesn't. I'm sorry to go on a tangent here, Justin, but I know where you're going with this, so I guess we can have a conversation about this. We all know the actual thing to solve this problem, right? To make people care about the regular season, Justin, what's the thing the NBA can actually do to make people care about the regular season more? I feel like it's one thing.
Not shorten the season.
Boom, bingo, ding, ding, ding. Circle gets the square. Johnny, tell him what he's won. That's the answer. You should ask anybody. It's shorten the season, but they don't want to do that, Justin. Why don't they want to do that?
They make too much money, man.
They're making the money. So they're doing everything in their power to just, the toothpaste, when you got barely toothpaste left, you're just trying to roll it just to get every last droplet of it. That's what the NBA is trying to do until they can't do it anymore, and they face the facts that the only way to get people to give a fuck about your regular season product is to shorten the season. Nobody wants to watch 82 games. It's tough, all right? Especially when a part of your season is going on during the NFL, which is the king.
Yeah.
You're not touching that. So to me, it's always been shorten the season to like 60 games. I honestly think. I think even less. I would shorten it to less, but I know that's too much. And, because players are going to start losing money too. The contracts are going to start coming down. You're not going to get as much money. But if you want people to actually care, sorry to go on a rant, Justin.
But you know what the thing is? I completely agree with you, because it's just, first off, the NBA is popular as it is. You don't need that many games to remain popular. You don't need an in-season tournament to remain popular. You already have that. Yeah. You already have the star power. Your presence on social media is huge. On ESPN, they can't stop talking about basketball. So
they might be the best on social media, the NBA, to be honest.
It is. Yeah. And I don't even think it's very close. So I really don't see the point in this tournament. I mean, I remember we spoke about this before when the news came out with John, and I had the same point where it's just irrelevant to me. There is regular season basketball. If it's not my Knicks, I really don't care about it. I'm just not in tune like that. I don't want to tune into something like that. I feel like it's a reach. It's desperation. I think you're experimenting with things that aren't broken, and I was taught at a young age, if it isn't broke, don't fix it. You don't need to put a ploy in the middle of the season to just try and pull people. When does this start? I
think it starts literally early November, so the beginning of the season. So the season starts in like October 20th, 24th, and then the in-season tournament is like November 3rd, I believe.
So
it's like right out of the gate.
Yeah, and that's
right
why
in the middle of the NFL season, right when the NFL is getting.
And I think that's one of the reasons why they're doing it.
Yeah,
to try to deviate the distraction, but it's like I said, it's too desperate for me.
But
and
you
I don't
hit
think
something.
it's necessary.
You hit something on the head, right, Justin? You said the only way I care is really the Knicks. To me, I think for a lot of people, except for like the hardcores, and we're not talking about the hardcores right now, the people that are just gonna, I mean, those are crazy people, the people that watch if you're able to watch every game, you're a psycho. I kind of love you for that, but I also think you need some help. I gotta be honest with you. The only things that is opening day, right? Opening day, people care about that, right? And you'll get some actual, I want to playoff feel. It's not really playoff feel, but you get a feel for like these guys are actually trying to compete, right?
Yeah.
Then you kind of like wash over and players start, back dialing it back, and because they got to get through an 82 game season, they're not going to give it all they got right away. Then it's at a Christmas when people tune in and people are like, all right, here we go. We're going to get some great games and stuff like that. It's a day to sit down. But now the NFL is starting to come for your asses, baby. They're starting to do Christmas games too as well now. You better watch out. And I think they beat the crap out of them this last year, just if I'm not mistaken, on Christmas.
Christmas?
The NFL. When they did it. The Rams and Broncos in those games, I think they beat the NBA, which is not shocking. And then you got to wait till the All-Star break until people care again about the NBA, really. People start actually talking about it. And it's not just us that are saying this. It's reflected in sports media. When you got all the mainstream sports people talking NFL throughout the entire NFL season, then they talk bits and pieces about the NBA when there's not much going on in the NFL, or it's like Wednesday or Friday or whatever, Thursday morning. That's when they might talk about a big news like LeBron James had a big game, or Steph had a big game, or something crazy like that. Big news. Ime Udoka getting fired. Things like that will be covered, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they're not going to really talk in depth until All-Star break, until the NFL is over. It's just It is what it is, and until they not realize they know what they know, right? They know the only way to fix it is to shorten the season. They're just trying every last ditch effort to stall until they don't have to do that, until they actually have to.
I'm not a fan. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm excited for basketball season to kick off just because I want to see. Apparently, somebody on ESPN picked the Knicks to get to the NBA Finals against the Suns, which is absolutely crazy. But people could dream.
What are we doing?
But we'll see. Maybe you know what? One thing I will say is, while I'm not a fan of this idea, I will give it a shot. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna try watching it. So I'm gonna watch it, see what it's about, and then if it's exciting, it's exciting. If it's not, then do away with it and don't bring this shit back again. Like just let basketball be basketball. You want to shorten the game? We have an 82 game season. Bring it down. You said 60. I say bring it down to 72. Or cut it 10 games, whatever. Bring it down to 70, whatever.
Yeah.
But you shorten the season. I think a lot of these players would appreciate it too at the end of the day, with all this load management going on. Kawhi needing time, Paul George needing time, AD needing time, LeBron needing time. I think they'll all appreciate a lesser season so they can get right into the postseason and be healthy. Because if it's up to me, I'll be honest with you, I think one of the biggest problems with the NBA, the postseason is way too long. It's way too long. We're waiting so many days for one game. I hate waiting 2 days or 2-3 days in between one game. I think that's
maybe they turn the first round into back to a
best of 5.
Best of 5 is what it was before. Yeah, maybe they do that. That'll be a smart thing, because especially those games like a Bucks Magic game, like back in the a couple of years ago or whatever. Like nobody. What are we doing?
Like I said, these series are too long. I think. And like I said, if you cut the season short, then you can do. I'm not saying do a back-to-back, but just a day in between games. And no reason why a travel day should result into 2 more off days. You have 3 days off in between a game. No, it's the postseason. You're supposed to be grinding. Go. Like, I hate it, man. You know how frustrating it was waiting days to watch Knicks in Miami?
You're talking from like the perspective, like the old heads. With that. I love it though. That's how I do agree with you there. I know the people will be like, you got to rest, and the old guys will be like, dude, back in my day, I mean, Michael Jordan was playing 82 games a season like it was nothing, dude.
No.
I completely agree with you. I'm gonna watch it, right? I'm gonna see what it's about, but I guarantee it's going to be what it was, which is It's going to be regular season basketball. These guys aren't going to try much harder. They get a little trophy at the end, the NBA Cup. I don't know. Congratulations. How big is it going to be? Is it going to be this big?
We're going to see on the NBA reference page. It's going to say it when you look at awards.
Yeah, NBA Cup now. Oh, my goodness.
Champ.
What is happening? All right.